I'm Monica Brown. I have the great pleasure of serving as the Senior Vice President for Student Affairs here at Montgomery College. Welcome to the 2017 Dr. Harry Harden Student Academic Excellence Awards. Along with our outstanding students, we have some very special guests here to help us celebrate. Please stand when I call your name. Please join me in welcoming Montgomery College Vice Presidents and Provosts from the Rockville campus, Dr. Kim Kelly. From the Germantown campus, Ms. Margaret Latimer. And from the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus, Dr. Brad Stewart. Ms. Karen Harden, representing Mr. Harden's family. We are so pleased that you are joining us again this year to help us celebrate these incredibly gifted students who are receiving this auspicious award, which honors your brother. Welcome. And joining me on the dais, the chair of Montgomery College Board of Trustees, Ms. Marcia Suggs-Smith. Montgomery College President, Dr. Darian Pollard. Mr. M. Farouk Syed, our keynote speaker. Mr. Jerome Harper, student alum, class of 2010, and our student alum speaker. Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Sanjay Rai. College-wide Deans of Student Affairs from the Rockville campus, Dr. Tanya Mason. From the Germantown campus, Dr. Jamin Bartolomeo. From the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus, Dr. Clemmy Solomon. Our Dr. Harry Harden Jr. Academic Excellence Medallion recipients from the Germantown campus, Mr. Aranjay Sripanjuliyangam. From the Rockville campus, Ms. Joey Hien Nguyen. And from the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus, Mr. Yoel Weldajor Gis. Today we are honoring the accomplishments of Montgomery College students. These individuals have achieved an outstanding 3.5 or higher grade point average in both the previous 2 semesters. Of the nearly 400 students meeting this rigorous criteria, of whom many have achieved a perfect 4.0 GPA both semesters. Students and families, you should be very proud. Students, the people who love you, your family, and your friends, these are your roots. Roots rich in values, in culture, and in spirituality. We are all here to support and applaud you. Yes, you may applaud. It is a pleasure to congratulate you and to join in the celebration of your success. You are why we work so hard, and it gives us great pleasure to see your success. and we want to see you continue on with your success and to complete your goals. It is now my pleasure to introduce someone who needs no introduction, Montgomery College President De'Rion Pollard. Thank you, Dr. Pollard, for being here today.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, come on now, y'all. Good afternoon. This is a celebration, and we are delighted to be here. Before I even go on, can you all join me in thanking Dr. Brown and her outstanding student affairs team for bringing this event together? And can you also clap it up for our special events and MCTV who do such a good job today? I am completely biased, but I happen to think I work with some of the best people in higher education. And I know that because I get to look at you all each and every year and see that you are indeed the manifestation of what we try to do at Montgomery College each and every year. This is the start of what many of us call the happiest time of year at Montgomery College. When this event kicks off so much of the celebratory activities that will take place this week, ending with commencement on Friday. Now, how many of you all are walking on Friday? Anybody? Quite a few of you. I look forward to seeing you Friday at commencement. But today it is my honor to celebrate tremendous accomplishments of almost 400 students who exemplify excellence in the classroom. So I can tell you this, you represent the absolute best of Montgomery College, the ambition, the determination, and the aspiration of our students here at our institution. In countless instances over the last several years, you have prioritized work over lots of things that you could have been doing. You've prioritized studying versus some alternative activities that you could have been doing. You all have chosen to put academics in the forefront of your endeavors, and many of you probably also did this schoolwork and academically achieved while also working full or part-time or spending time and caring for family members. Your dedication and commitment have paid off multifold because you have expanded your minds and you are doing the best investment that you can make in your future, and that is education. You have improved your earnings potential, and you have invested in what will be significant impacts on the communities in which you choose to live. You are on your way to achieving your highest potential, and everyone here at Montgomery College and everyone cheering you from the seats behind you, we are basking in pride and celebrating you and what you have accomplished in the classrooms of Montgomery College. Today, as well, you are not only the folks that we're honoring and acknowledging, your sacrifice and your tenacity and that of your family. So if you have some, not even if you have some, why don't we give a hand clap for the families and friends who supported you along the way. None of us do this alone. And it's always important to remember that someone has been on the journey with us. Sometimes there's a family member, a spouse, a child, a sister, a brother, a neighbor, a pastor, a rabbi, an imam. Whoever has been a part of your journey, it's important to always remember that as you move forward in this space. Today, we also take the opportunity to honor the legacy of Dr. Harry Harden, who was the Dean of Student Development at our Germantown campus. Dr. Harden was a true gentleman in that he believed deeply in the power of education and was passionate about ensuring the success of all students. Today's event truly honors him and embodies our college mission of empowering students to change their lives and thereby enriching the life of the community. Dr. Harden served as a personal mentor to countless of students, numbers of students, even personally tutoring them throughout his entire career. And also, he believed deeply and knew that financial challenges should not stand in the way of an education. That's why he created a variety of programs to help students, including academic scholarships and emergency funding. He often used his own personal resources to support these programs and initiatives to ensure that our students had the most opportunity to pursue their dreams. This insight, It's allergies, I'm sorry. Don't you feel it? I'm ready. Okay, sorry. This site right here, right now, in this very space, all at this very moment, would have made Dr. Harden very proud. As I look out on this diverse, accomplished, and determined group of students who are sitting here today, I know that Dr. Harden's vision of being a place where every student had the ability to be successful is being carried out right here today in our classrooms, in our laboratories, in our community engagement centers, and beyond. And while today is about celebrating and honoring your accomplishments, I know that this is just one step in your journey. There will be many others and many other milestones that you will meet. There will be some ups and some downs. But with each peak and with every valley, I hope that you can summon the sense of pride that you are feeling right now to propel yourself forward. Every barrier that comes before you is a temporary one if you're willing to work hard. And I happen to know, based on the fact that you are sitting here today, that each and every one of you is already a hard worker. You have already proven that to yourself. You've proven it to the college, and we are absolutely delighted to celebrate your academic achievement here today. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Pollard, for those inspirational words. Now I have the great pleasure of introducing Mr. Farouk Sait. Mr. Sait completed his BA at Washington Adventist University, obtained his Juris Doctor degree from Howard University School of Law, and then became a member of the Maryland Bar Association and the U.S. Supreme Court. He started his professional career with the United States Department of Agriculture in the Office of Equal Opportunity and worked closely with the Department of Justice in litigation involving several states to ensure non-discrimination under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. He also worked with the EEOC on the report addressing employment discrimination faced by Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in the federal government. During his employment with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, he served as special counsel to the Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights and Director in the Office of Civil Rights, Food, Safety, and Inspection Service. He is a skilled mediator. He has lectured internationally and has also taught for Pepperdine University, Washington Adventist University, and Central Michigan University. He is very active in Indian American organizations and has been a frequent guest and host on the popular TV program Darshan. He served 2 terms as president of the Federal Asian Pacific American Council and 2 terms as president of the Organization of Professional Employees of the Department of Agriculture. He is a recipient of numerous awards and is married with 1 son. Please help me give a warm and heartfelt Montgomery College welcome to Mr. Sait.
I looked at the program and it says that I have to speak between 8 to 10 minutes. I'm an unemployed lawyer. I have a microphone, there's a camera, and a captive audience. I'm not going to speak for anything less than an hour. Thank you for inviting me to this phenomenal event. The first time in my life that I've walked on a red carpet. And when I came in from the parking lot and I saw the red carpet, I said, maybe I should go home and put on my tuxedo. Okay. But frankly, standing over here and looking at this collection of some of the brightest minds that this country has puts awe and fear into any person. Because the amount of knowledge and the goals and aspirations that you have, I didn't even dream of. To look at this faculty behind me, which is dedicated to producing the best, giving you maximum opportunities, enhancing your talents, and then looking at this select group from enrollment of over 60,000. A strivers. All of you look at GPA. What do you have? 4.0? I've got 4.2. You're looking at a guy who almost flunked out of college. I got kicked out of 3 colleges before I was able to graduate. When I went to my graduation over here in college, it was with such relief that I grabbed that diploma. I do not remember anything else. I went on to law school, graduated from law school, and I was happy that I was able to take that diploma back to my father and show him that despite everything, his son was able to accomplish something. So, looking at this group behind me that pushes for A's, and looking at this group in front of me that works for A's and has accomplished it, I want to emphasize to you some important C's that I hope you'll seek and accomplish. The first C that I think that you should reach for is the C of competence. Competence means that you know your job backwards and forwards, inside and outside, in your sleep or awake. Take the transatlantic flight, an Airbus which took off from Toronto to Lisbon. 4 hours into the flight, the pilot sees a warning light. He has no fuel for one engine. He shut one engine down. A little further on, the second engine starts to shut out. 2 tons of steel flying in the air, 300 plus passengers and crew, nothing but water below. And if those engines die, that plane's going to drop like a rock. The pilot hurriedly looks at his map and sees that there's an Air Force base in the Azores 135 miles away. He says, I need to get my plane over there, because if I land it on the sea, the plane is going to break, and the likelihood of survivors is slim to none. You can't fly a plane without fuel, and if there's no power, you have to think in terms of getting it down some other way. You had to glide. To glide, the plane had to come nose down, which means it generates a tremendous amount of speed. So how is he going to land when he approaches the Air Force base? The speed is way too much for him to land. And so he says, I need to do an S maneuver so I can cut down on that speed. He lands that plane safely, with everyone on board safe. Why was he able to do that? Was he a hero? No. He was competent. He knew his job inside out. Competence gives you confidence. It makes you stay in crisis Fonzie cool. Cool and collected. You make decisions and you solve the problems. So focus on competence. But along with competence, make sure the values that you have been taught by your mom and dad, by your uncles, your grandparents, your older brothers, stay with you. Because character is very important. All the success will not be of any use unless you mold it with character. And in character, I want to give you an example. How many of you folks know which is the longest race in the United States? Or for that matter, in the world? It's the Iditarod in Alaska every year. It's 1,100 miles long. It's run with huskies, a maximum of 16 dogs that can be used for the race. Martin Bucer, at the age of 17, came from Switzerland to the United States because he was enamored with running in the Iditarod. He learned to train huskies, he learned to work with huskies, and he started running that race in 1980. 37 times he has run. He broke the record of 9 days as the first person to run that race under 9 days. He has since then won that race 3 more times. He's a 4-time winner, one of only 5 people who have done that. And when he is invited to address people like this, on occasions like this, he stands up on the podium and he says, "My name is Martin Bucer. I'm a 27-time loser of the Iditarod." Humility. Because you'll have more failures than successes. And how you deal with that is going to make a huge difference in your life. So remember, character. And the third C, that's the closest to my heart, and probably many of you. I am an American by choice. I came to this country because of the freedom and the values of opportunity, of the absolute ability to do whatever you wish. Go as high as you want. Nobody's going to stop you. Now, I looked at the program over here today. This institution has individuals from over 150 nations. When I came in 1963, I went to a small private college who had never heard a strange name like mine. I met my wife, who was also a student over there, and at an evening lyceum program, she took me by the hand because she wanted to introduce me to her friend. And she said, "Katie, I want you to meet Farouk." Without hesitation, Katie turned around and said, "What the hell's a Farouk?" Haven't we come a long way? Only in America. And so what I want to tell you is that with all these blessings that we have, you have a huge task, a huge challenge of being a good citizen. And if you're going to be a good citizen, you're going to make sure that the ideals that were framed for this country when it said, "We the people subscribe to this," means you've got to be engaged, you've got to volunteer, you've got to know the issues, and if anybody ever tells you one thing we don't do is talk about religion or politics, tell them he's only half right. Because religion you can leave at home. Politics you've got to live with, because that's what makes this country. And you have to talk the issues. And I'll tell you something. The ideals are only as sacred and as strong as we make it. There are 537 federally elected individuals that are elected from around the country to run this country and determine the direction that they will go. You have to make sure they are the drivers of your car. You have to make sure that the direction they go is according to your wishes. You've got to know what the issues are. You've got to know what they're doing. You have to be engaged. And the last C that I'll tell you about is the C of competition. The competition that I faced as a student when I came over here was a breeze. The competition that you'll face in this world, as shrunk as it is in size, is enormous. There's a saying, if you've read, any of you who have read the book, The World is Flat, by Thomas Friedman, he talks about the fact that in somewhere in Africa, by a watering hole, early in the morning, with the mist of dawn, there's a group of zebras approaching there to get that cool morning drink. Not far from there is a group of lions, a pride of lions, looking around, waiting for a chance to get their next meal. And what you have over there is a combination of two things. Because what the slowest zebra has got to make sure is that he's going to run faster than the fastest lion, or he's going to be somebody's lunch. And what the lion has got to make sure is that he's going to run faster than the slowest zebra, or he's going to go hungry. That's the world you face. That competition is going to be intense. And your laser focus that you have demonstrated to be these outstanding students that you are is going to be needed more and more for you, for Montgomery County, for the state of Maryland, for the United States of America, and by golly, for the world. And I'll tell you, in the words of Eleanor Roosevelt, today is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is your present. It's a gift to you, which is the reason it's called a present. Stand up, hug your friends, kiss your mom and dad, scream, dance, enjoy life, because this is a phenomenal day for you. Thank you very much for the honor.
Thank you, Mr. Sate. We truly appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be here to celebrate with us and to share pearls of wisdom. And now, we have a wonderful treat for you this afternoon, a performance by Mr. Patrick Smith, accompanied by guitarist Selwyn Mendez. Patrick will perform an original song which he composed entitled, I Made It.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations to all of you, by the way.
All of my friends called me a fool. When I left my job to go back to school, they said, Pat, what are you going to do? you're just an average dude. But I've got to follow my heart till the moment it stops, and I'm holding my dreams in my hands. And I've got a long way to go, yeah, this I know. But sometimes I stop and look back, and I'm just glad I made it. I made it this far. Yeah, I'm glad that I made it. Yeah, I made it this far. See, I've been through a couple of things, and I'm just glad I made it. I made it this far. 'Cause every day it ain't sunshine and flowers. Sometimes I want to lay in bed and just hit the snooze for hours. We all been there, just cut it off, you know. But you gotta do what's best for you. You made a goal, so see it through. And like they say, it's time to make your move. But my professors, they're driving me crazy. I spend too much cash in the cafe daily, and the metro is always making me late. But I'm just glad I made it. I made it this far. Anybody working like 2 jobs, barely got cash in your pocket and still spend money in the cafe? I made it. Yeah, I made it this far, yeah. I'm just glad that I made it. Yeah. See, I made it this far. And each day is a gift. Tomorrow's not promised. Just being honest. But you'll stress yourself out if you never acknowledge your progress. 'Cause some people gonna talk bad about you no matter what you do. So, listen, just let them talk while you do what's best for you. Look back at them and say, I'm just glad I made it. I made it this far. You know, we all got some people that tried to tell us that we wasn't gonna make it, we wasn't gonna do it, but I'm glad that I made it. This song was really for my haters, you know. I made it this far. All them people that stuck way back there, you know, I'm glad that I made it. How many of y'all are getting awarded for a class that somebody else dropped? You know what I'm saying? And y'all stuck through, y'all pulled it out. So you look back and you just say, I'm glad I made it. Oh, yeah. Can we say that? Hey, I made it this far. Oh, I'm glad that I made it. Here we go. I made it this far. What? I made it this far. Because, you know, we have the tendency to just put our heads down and work and work and grind and grind. But every now and again, you got to stop working. And this is your moment to just take a look back and look at everything you've accomplished this year and really be proud of it, because you made it. Whether you're going back to a 4-year, you're going back to school, you made it this far. I know you're not exactly where you want to be, but you made it. Gotta acknowledge the fact that you made it this far. Hey, and I know I'm glad that I made it. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Yeah, you gotta really think about every obstacle that you done went through in your life, you know, because a lot of people didn't talk bad about me. You know, you about to leave the military to go back to school? What are you doing? Are you crazy? And you know, especially when I told them I was going to a community college, but we've accomplished so much here. And you really just gotta say, what? Yeah, that's it. All them people talking, just look back at them, because they still where they were. Look back at them, and what we say? Yeah, oh, said I'm just glad I made it. Oh, yeah, we made it this far. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The multi-talented Patrick Smith. Let's give him another round of applause. And of course, Selwyn on guitar. Wonderful. And I will just tell you something that Patrick probably doesn't want me to tell you, but I will because I have the mic. He composed that with you in mind. He composed that especially for this event. Thank you so much, Patrick. We have a wealth of talent here at Montgomery College. I am now going to introduce one of our alums. Our alumnus speaker this afternoon is a native Washingtonian, and he is the first college graduate in his family. A 2010 honors graduate of Montgomery College, he is also a 2013 graduate of Morgan State University with a bachelor's degree in finance. Currently, he is a senior accountant with Turning Points for Children, a nonprofit organization located in Philadelphia that serves students, children, and parents in the Philadelphia social services system. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Jerome Harper back to Montgomery College.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be back here at MC. I know I have little time, so I want to share 3 points with you all that have contributed to my overall academic success and personal development. The first point is I want to encourage you all to have vision for yourselves. It's extremely important that you expect great things out of your future. I mean, your vision should be so great that when you share with your peers and your family, that they think that you're a little delusional or insane. A lot of people reach it to a certain point in their career, in their life, and they stop growing, mainly because they lack vision for themselves after a certain point. For me, my vision to go to college and be the first in my family seemed unrealistic because no one else in my family had even attended college. As a kid, I grew up an at-risk youth, and I graduated high school with less than a 2.0. So it's definitely possible. For my second point, I encourage you to remain resilient when facing adversity. Because asking some of the older people here, they'll tell you that you'll go through difficult situations your entire life. It never ends, it never stops. The point is to be resilient. To be resilient means to withstand adversity, to be able to bounce back in difficult situations. I like to compare us overcoming adversity to a rubber band in that you have to be flexible because there are always going to be situations and people that are going to be difficult and try to steer you off course, but you got to be able to bounce back. Unlike a rubber band, us as people, we don't just bounce back, we become better. Because overcoming adversity, it creates character. It strengthens your will and desire to be great. Over my 27 years, I've faced many adversities, including growing up in a single-parent household where my father was sentenced to life in prison when I was a month old. At the age of 5, being diagnosed with a life-threatening connective tissue disorder. And before I was a senior in high school, I went permanently blind in my right eye and underwent 10-hour back surgery. But because I had vision for myself and I never allowed my current situation to identify who I was, I continued to fight. I was persistent, and I graduated from Montgomery College on the Dean's List, but I didn't stop there. I went on to Morgan State to pursue my bachelor's degree in finance, and guess what? Adversity didn't stop there as well. During my senior year, my second week of my senior year, I believe, I underwent 2 open heart surgeries as a 21-year-old young man. But again, because I had vision for myself, my willpower could not allow me not to continue and further my education. So I ended up graduating from Morgan State with my bachelor's degree as well. So again, I want to encourage you guys to have vision for yourselves that exceeds your current situation, and I want you to remain resilient, be able to withstand difficulty throughout your life. For my third point, I want to share with you all a concept I learned in my business course. For you business majors, you may be familiar with it, called SWOT analysis. So it's a tool that organizations use to come up with strategies as they evaluate their internal strengths and weaknesses and their external opportunities and threats. Currently, my fiance and I have used this tool as we plan for our wedding. So the purpose is to have a goal and to evaluate what are your strengths and weaknesses as it relates to that goal, and what are some possible opportunities, and what are some external threats that may be hindering you from that goal. And use your strengths and your opportunities to strengthen your weaknesses and to be able to overcome any possible threats. Again, I want to just thank you guys for having me here, and above all, keep God first as you continue to grow. Thank you.
Thank you again for joining in our celebration, Jerome, and welcome home. And now I am very pleased to recognize 3 outstanding students who have received the Dr. Harry Harden Jr. Medallion. These individuals were nominated for this honor because they demonstrated outstanding leadership on campus or in the community. They have maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. They have excelled in service to the college or community, and they have been approved for graduation with an associate's degree. Would Board Chair Suggs Smith please come forward to announce the 2017 Dr. Harry Harden Jr. Medallion recipients?
Before I make the announcements, I'd like to acknowledge Trustee Bob Levy. I think he's here. Where did he go? Well, he was here. He can be fast. He's dedicated and devoted to Montgomery College and could hardly wait to become a trustee. So seeing him here earlier today, I knew it was because he loved everything about Montgomery College. Somebody please let him know I did try to introduce him. This is the best part of being the chair of the board, getting to know and celebrate our great students. Would Ms. Harden and Dr. Pollard please join me to award these medallions? From the Germantown campus, medallion recipient, Mr. Aranje Sherpanjulungam. Come forward. He apologized. I apologized to him in advance, just in case I couldn't say his name correctly, and I told him to please give my condolences to his family if I didn't say the name correctly. But Aranje is easy to say, and he is an electrical engineering major with a 4.0 GPA. Following graduation at MC, he plans to attend the University of Maryland, the A. James Clark School of Engineering, and this summer, he will be working with Earth Networks as a research and development intern. Congratulations, Aranje. From the Rockville campus, medallion recipient, Ms. Joey Hien Nguyen. Joey is a business major with a 4.0 GPA. Following graduation at MC, she plans to attend Robert H. Smith School of Business, College Park, as an accounting major. Maybe she can do my income tax. Right after commencement, she will go on a service learning alternative break trip to West Virginia that will focus on team building, leadership development, and community service. After that, she will continue to volunteer for Junior Achievement, where she will use her knowledge to inspire entrepreneurship and financial literacy among K-12 students. Congratulations, Joey. From Tacoma Park, Silver Spring campus. Medallion recipient, Mr. Yoel Welda-Yorgis. Yoel is a life science major with a 3.84 GPA. Following graduation at MC, he will intern at J. Craig Venter Institute, JCVI, Genomic Scholars Program. He plans to attend George Washington, where he was awarded nearly a full tuition scholarship. And just listen to this. He will pursue a biology degree and then hopefully attend GW's medical school to become a cardiologist. Congratulations, Yoel.
Congratulations again to our Medallion winners. We will now turn to the portion of our program where we recognize our students for outstanding academic achievement. Dr. Rai, please join us in congratulating those students who have achieved academic excellence with a 3.5 GPA for the last 2 consecutive semesters with 24 credits. Deans of students, please take your place.
Margarita Hernandez. Uremis Dennis. Jacob Munson. Daria Supranovich. Miriam Ayad. Fernando Cavallo. Christian Bonilla. Malakwai Diaz. Eugene Colette. Maria Farietta. Rachel Bittner. Joel Esmaya. Min Trong. Ni Tai Ifan. Chaz Scott. Sonia Rodriguez Batres. Natnel Mekonnen. Mengitsu Ayane. William O'Brien. Zachary Nathan. Austin Wickham. Manuela Forher. Danielle Walton. Herwina Alyssa. Misbah Khan. Jeffrey Gamboa. Yongmei Pu. Shauna Lugin. Denisa Bergandivo. Alonzo Flores. Eric Kruger. Vi Du. Hai Du. Amy English. Andres Diaz. Gilad Naiv. Markel Hawkins. Karen Markham. Arola Pulaj. Elizabeth Zabala. Alexa Robinson. David Boyd. Fess Enden. Christy Fess Enden. Doi Lai. Sheena Gozan. Dagnechu Tefera. Solomon Teklegoris. Sharice Raquel Fernandez. Nardos Merid Aswafe. Bailey Hockman.
Joy Curtis. Sabine Afudonge. Anishka Malela. Tina Furtado Ribeira da Silva. Alexandre Nizina. Decisus Demises. Miriam Teke. Shanawaz Ahmad. Manauf Pauf. One more time. Nagar Manafor, sorry. Jessica Nolasco. Liliana Rodriguez. Paul Higgins. Gabrielle Cox. Petra Farkas. Emily Bertrand. Patience Nomagio. Grace Nemoyer. Tikomir Valchiv. Mariam Matemedi. Maria Segovia. Elise Rivera, sorry. Huang Nak Tran. Cristiana Ortiz Ramos. Erica Hunter. Yosef Salaman. Katerina Yakushiva. Britton Shrams. Gabriela Yaktane Soglo. Dominica Esperanza. Wafa Karzai. Yangru Oyang. Ryan Tron. Kenya Reyes. Xavier Scholastica Fernandez. Ryan Nalesnik. Juliet Nina Tokolo. Aisa Torre. You keep that. Okay. Doris Anash. Curtis Kupto. Nesrendin Reddy. Ruben Sakahayan. Jiyong Song. Ni Lu. Surujana Thagarakara. Come, wait a minute. No. Miss, come on back. Sujana Thagaraja, thank you. Anna Hayun. Lily Akol Dubi. Maxim Erin. Alejandro Perez Albela. Jacqueline Smith.
Oliver Hightower. Angela Blankenship. Amina Farahat. Emma Garner. Brian Swatkowski Brown. Stephen Ostuni. Katernia Ponomarova. Lila Movahidi. Ida Abijoma. Mauricio Ati. Jose Molina Clemen. Cindy Eckhart. Alec Wang. Richmond Thomas. Joshua Ferranil. Theodore Romangan. Kiddis Mamo. Woli An Vosquez. Vasquez. Fode Touré. Kimberly Moran. Fallon Simi. Gregory Duke. Danat Demissy. June Kim. Josie Ingabiri. Abra Amadokpo. Farez Bernie. Angie Viviana Caballero Gaviria. Darrell Bell. Milbert Namara. Clayton Cole. Samantha Benavon. Daniel Tavera. Bernice Kissadoo. Kenya Perry. Bianca Villatoro. Betsy Velma Quay. Michael Babe. Justin Cooper. Sebastian Evans Cuervo. Stephanie Badu Yebo. Max Anderson. Victoria St. Angelo. Jonathan Small. Nade Achi Theodone. Alexis Afame Fune. Diane Paraja Diaz. Diana Morales. Zoha Tariq. Tahina Moise. Caroline Azadezi. Marjan Kumale. Christopher Alfaro. Margaret Kapindula. Triana Alston. Narav Mehta. Alice Angelini. Savannah Agiman. Thulasi Kula Sinher. Erika Higueros. Alexa Quito. Angelique Adriana Asherfi. Dina Postal. Dennis Fedorchuk. Amit Milo. Jalala Abdullah. Abigail Nespor. Ulysses Medina. Ray Shimmery Saratsa. Lori Wysong. Chadwick Donevsky. Melissa Lanor. Dominique Orino. Marguerite Fitch. Bryce Sempori. Ursan Tushting Nijiki. St. Clair Dimadou. Shane Kant Somo. Joshua Martin. Giovanni Gonzalez Trejo. Araceli Makikado. Antia Jarazi. Savita Bansi. Patrick Fat Pham.
Yes, let's hear it for Let's congratulate our students on their wonderful accomplishment. We are so proud of your accomplishments and look forward to great success from all of you in the future. This concludes our program. Students, please pick up your certificates and a small token of our pride anytime during the reception. These items are located at the tables where you checked in and will be available during the entire reception. Thanks to the Harry Harden Jr. Student Academic Excellence Awards Committee and the MC Special Events team for coordinating this program. Guests, thank you so very much for joining us today. Safe travels home, everyone.